Welcome to part 4 of my Noob to Pro series. Yes, it is finally here. In this part, we are going to recap the previous parts, the previous 3 videos. If you've missed them, you can go back and check them out. We're going to show an advanced AFK grinder. That's right, I've taken a regular AFK grinder and made it better. I'll show you how to do it, and I'll prove it. Then I'll get the trowel tool and the binding tools as part of this video. I will also build a small little narrow car, little skinny little thing. It'll have counterweights and protection blocks. I'll show you all about those. I'll put links in the descriptions to other tutorials that I've done throughout Hero Plays Roblox and Mick Plays Roblox channel. I'll look them up after I'm done with this and see what's relevant. Then I'm going to hit all the secrets. I already did the Crystal Cave stage because I had to get the portals to make the AFK grinder. I did that in part 3, I think it was. Now, time to get the rest of them. So there they are. There is one additional one that didn't make it onto this list. I almost forgot about it. It was the plushie for the Thrill Plushie. It's in the Plushie Room underneath the waterfall in the first stage, and I'll show you that as well. And then I gotta finish up that last quest, the dragon quest. That one I put off because, well, honestly, I'm a little chicken. So I was waiting for me to be a little less chicken. So I'll show you that today. In part 1, I did the basic game mechanics, showed the build area, settings, how to save the builds, stuff like that. I did the find me quest first so I could make a new boat, and then built that, showed how to get to the treasure. I think that whole thing was like to the treasure in 18 minutes or something like that. The second part, I joined the Thrill Studios group to get more gold and life, and then moved to running with the new boat a whole bunch of times over and over again, and that is by far the most useless of the 4 Noob to Pro videos because it's pretty much just me running to the treasure and fast forward. But if you like the song, then you're good with that video. In part 3, I got the screwdriver tool and the paintbrush tool, did the secret area in the Crystal Cave stage, and finished all the quests except for the dragon quest, and showed how to build an easy AFK grinder. Okay, Advanced AFK Grinder. So this is my AFK grinder I built in Noob to Pro Part 3, and I'm going to show you how to make it a little bit better. And I'm using another alt account right now. That guy is standing over there. I've got another computer sitting beside me here, and I'll be recording on both in just a little bit, and then I'll show you what that turns out like. So I'm going to leave the spinner thing basically alone for now. I'm going to go ahead and rebuild this entire apparatus here. So I'm just going to delete all of these things. What I'm going to do is just kind of starting over. I'm going to leave that one block there, and I'm going to use it to go. I'm pulling this all the way over. Let's see, let's go down to 0.5 adjustment. I'm pulling it all the way over, and I'm going to go out to, let's see, I guess I got to lower this down a little bit to have enough blocks to do this. I need to buy some more plastic, clearly. I'm going to go out to 56, and it's my favorite number, and it's just kind of a coincidence that that works out. So from as far as you can build over here, in 56, and then I'm going to take that in, and I'm going to go this direction and make sure that this length here is at least 22. I'm going to actually go ahead and make it 22 exactly, and of course there's just a little bit of slop because I don't get quite to the edge here, but that's okay. Okay, so 22. Go ahead and make that too wide again, and I'm going to go ahead and bring it up 22. And now I'm going to go ahead and build the stuff on here that I need. Let me go ahead and stick that block on there. And what do I need? Pistons. Pistons, pistons, pistons. There we go. So I purchased some more pistons, as I said that I would in my previous video, to go ahead and complete this build. So I've done that, and I've purchased some kill blocks, which we're going to use here in just a little bit. So there's 2 pistons out that direction, and then I'm going to put, surprise, surprise, 56 pistons this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 54, 55, 56, I think. 56. Hope so. Hope so. That's what I was shooting for, 56. Alright, and let's see. I wonder if I can just slap a portal right on this thing. Let's see if there's enough space there. That still works. Awesome. I'm going to put the other portal right there. And now I'm going to put some more plastic on here. I'm going to extend this down. But I'm going to extend it from right there in the center of the portal. Let's see. See if I can get up there. I'm going to put it right there. So I'm referencing this, the edge of this portal right here. That's where I've actually placed it. But it's also touching this plastic here, which is great. That'll lock it in nice and good for us. Okay, scaling. Scale it down as far as you can before it touches this piece here. And then add one block. Let's see, that must not be an even number. That's a 7. Okay, whatever. Add a block there. Now I'm going to switch to these guys. Let's see, if I put it there, it's going to touch the bottom. I guess I have to put it there. Okay, and you can see that at this point I'm centered on the portal. You can see it this way. This kill block right here is centered on the middle of the portals. That's exactly where the person's going to fall through. So I'm going to go ahead and place a few more of these, and that gets one underneath the center of this. Now I'm going to select all of those with the screwdriver tool and turn off collision. What's going to happen here is the kill blocks will kill my partner. So that guy over there is going to turn on PvP, and he's going to be killed by the kill blocks. And that is going to make him reset really fast. So he will sort of get the advantage, but there's another advantage for me, is that when in PvP mode, the person who owns the kill block, that did the killing, gets 5 gold. So from each time that person dies. So I'll be getting a little bit of a bonus too. So that'll be okay. Alright, let's make sure that that actually touches there. Yeah, it's good. Okay. So I'm going to save this. Save. Actually, I'm going to make one more change. I'm going to go ahead and modify the wheel speed on this thing from 10 to 5. So that will spin around just a little bit slower. And that will give me just a little bit more time, perhaps, some of the time, when needed, hopefully. Can't die too fast. If you die too fast, you don't get credit for it, because the reward screen is not gone yet by the time I die the next time, if you have that wheel speed going so fast. Okay, save that again. Gotta color it. Let's see, walk out here. Go to my coloring tool. One of them has to be white. There we go. Save again. And I don't need to reload that. I do need to unanchor. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, this is going to be a test. I'm going to turn PvP mode on for both of them. I think only one of them actually has to have PvP turned on. Oh, that's the wrong portal. That's okay. These guys will die soon. There we go. No more of that. Alright. So let's see what the other alt is getting. So I see right now he just got 10 and 10, which is great. Okay. It looks like everything's working. I'm going to leave this for a little while, and I'm going to see how much gold both of these guys make. And I'll synchronize the videos, put them side by side, and that's what you guys are seeing right now. Fast forward for a little while, listen to some music, and basically I'm proving that this is an advanced version of the AFK Grinder. But you do have to have a partner to kind of make it advanced. Otherwise, you're not dying any faster, with or without the kill blocks. So, the kill blocks do not kill yourself. Your own kill blocks, you can just walk on them all day long. It doesn't matter if you have PvP turned on or not. So, here we go with some music. Okay, well that was a really neat test. So these things are basically caught up to each other now. The guest, I'm going to call my other alt, um, he has made so much gold more than the host, which owns the AFK grinder, that is actually they've actually caught up, and at this moment the guest has passed the host. So the host gets +3 gold every time the guest dies, which is a bonus to the host. And of course, if you get more buddies on using this thing, and they all have PvP turned on, then you get +3 gold for everybody every time they die, and they're all dying really fast. So that gives the host a nice big bonus, and the guests, they get a big bonus by dying faster and faster and just being a more advanced AFK grinder. So there's kind of an advantage for everybody. It's kind of cool. So I'm going to stop that test right there and call that a good success and proven Advanced AFK Grinder. Next, I can't resist building a vehicle. And if you've seen my vehicles in the past, you know it's going to have a counterweight and protection blocks and bells and whistles that I can afford, whatever that happens to be. So just place that gold block, brought it up in the air. I'm going to bring it out to a nice even number. 12 might be good. I'm not really sure how much I need. And then I'm going to bring it over to 4 wide. So it's 4 studs this way, 12 that way. Let's see if that's good enough. So I just bought this wheel package here for 750 gold. That gives me 2 front wheels, 2 back wheels, and an extra driver's seat, which I really don't need, but it'll be okay. I'm going to rotate these. So this is a front wheel. I'm going to place it right there, and then I'm going to rotate 2 more times and place the next front wheel right there. So there's 2 studs spacing between these guys, and then I'm going to grab a back wheel and place it right here. And then I need to make that thing longer. And again, just stick with an even number, so I'm bringing it to 16 instead of 12. And the next one gets placed 2 studs away from this, so 1, 2, right there. And it goes over here, like that. Okay, so you end up with a very narrow vehicle. The idea behind doing a very narrow vehicle is that you can cut a narrow path through the rocks. And in doing so, in being narrow, you can avoid having to take out so many rocks to get through the gauntlet of rocks. So doing that helps you conserve protection blocks. Conserving protection blocks helps in a number of ways. For one thing, it doesn't cost you as much. You don't have to buy as many protection blocks. So plastic will not be such a hindrance. Okay, so here I'm just making a platform. This is my chair's going to sit on this, and of course it supports all of the wheels. And now I'm going to place blocks underneath it for similar reasons, other than these will be made invisible and collision off, and these will support the counterweight. So I'm doing the same kind of thing. I'm going to make them 0.5 thick, bringing them in towards the center, and I'm going to go ahead and put the same kind of block underneath them, except I really don't need, I kind of just want titanium. So I only have 12 titanium. Ew, that's not good. I bet you guys probably have more titanium than that, unless you've been following this thing absolutely verbatim. Okay, so if I make that 4 wide, now that's centered on the center of the line of vehicle. Make sure it's centered this way, so that should be basically right between these two, should be the center point. And I can see where that center point is right here at these dots. It kind of lines up right there. And there we go, that's a nice size counterweight. And I'm going to go ahead and bring these down. I guess I really probably don't need to have the front one and the back one, but since I've already got them, I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm going to bring them down to 6. No, I might as well go ahead and bring them all the way down. There we go, 8.5. That's my number on this particular one. When I pulled it up in the air, it was just kind of a willy-nilly kind of thing, just yank it up in the air. I guess I went up 8 or something like that to begin with, so here I am with this number. Okay, now I want some gold, and I'm going to place it right there on the front of that counterweight, and then I'm going to bring it down to 1. I think I have 65 gold now. That's actually quite a bit of gold. So I'm going to go ahead and bring it back, and then out in front. I think I need to kind of move the entire thing, but I can't really do that because I did not have a trowel tool yet. So anyway, that's okay. So I'm bringing it so it's about even. You know, even would be right there. You can go a little farther than that because you have this counterweight and a little bit of extra weight behind here. In fact, you could go so far as to add a little extra weight back here, and that would allow you to add just a little bit more up front. So it's all about balance. You want the center of mass to be right here in the middle so that your turning and stuff acts right. Okay, you know, that's probably good enough. Now I can add protection blocks. Oh, I only have 100 plastic. That's going to be a problem because I kind of want more than that. So I'm going to add it on the ground. I'm placing the block on the ground because that's the orientation of the protection blocks that I really want. And then I'm just going to bring it up off the ground, and then we're going to go up in the air, and we're going to center this thing. So you can see how wide it needs to be. Basically, I'm going to protect these wheels by creating a path that will let them go right through there. And I'm looking at this little square right here. It's dead center on this piece, which is offset from that piece. So it's right in the center of the vehicle right now. And the ground level, or the river level rather, is going to be right here, and our protection block is almost centered on that. So I'm going to go ahead and get it up to a whole number, and I'm going to move this out. I'm going to put a layer, I think I'm going to put a layer of gold there first. So since I have some gold, I'm going to do a thin protection block right up next to the vehicle. So that looks something like that, and I'll go ahead and center it as well. And maybe make it just a little bit wider. You want it just a little bit wider than your wheel path. And then bring it this way, and that's probably good. I'll leave it at 0.5 thick. That's not very thick for a protection block, but it's okay. I'm going to buy more plastic. I can see already I'm going to want to buy more plastic. Okay, so that one is 1 thick. I need more plastic, definitely. I can't not do it. Okay, plastic it is. How much plastic? 1200 gold for that. Alright, I'll use an AFK grinder and get that back in just a little bit. Still need to buy the trowel tool, and oh, and I forgot to buy this one the other day, the binding tool. I haven't really needed it yet, so certainly with an AFK grinder it's easy enough to get that kind of stuff. Okay, now I need to duplicate this, but without the cloning tool that's difficult. So I'm just going to go ahead and place these things, and they don't really need to be spaced anything particular, but I'm going to just space them out like so. Okay, and then kind of regretting doing it quite like that. Try to make them even. Okay, so I need to go out 1. I think I'm going to change my scaling tool to 1. Okay, fast forward some of this. Alright, well, I used all but one of my plastic, so that works out pretty good. I guess I could probably figure out a way to use that last one, but I'm not going to worry too much about that. So that's what we've got so far. I've raised all these things up out of the dirt so that they're not touching. I can just unanchor this. This plastic block right here helps to support the front protection blocks. I'm going to add a driver's seat now, and gotta find it. Okay, and then let's see. Yeah, that's probably good enough. It should just be bound like it's supposed to be right already. And let's see, select all. I need to change my wheel torque. I'm guessing I'm going to want that up a little higher. Wheel speed, let's go down. Let's go down to 20. And then I need to make a whole bunch of this stuff collision off and invisible. So that's going to be everything under the water and everything out in front. Basically everything goes underneath the water. Okay, transparency, 100%. Let's turn collision off. I gotta find a save slot for this. Okay, I've saved it, I've reloaded it. Let's drop it and give it a test. Alright, I'm seeing my wheels are all moving. These are able to turn, so they're not getting stuck. That is goal number one. I'm able to turn. Cool. It's a little bouncy. It's like it's probably getting snagged on something. But it's okay. Let's give it a test. When you're driving one of these things with limited protection blocks, you want to try to conserve them as much as possible. So either aim directly for the center of something so that you only take out those and you don't hit multiple ones, or try to get right between stuff so that you don't hit anything. Sometimes you just can't avoid hitting something. That's what the protection blocks are there for. When you're in the B stage, it's oftentimes nice to go over here on the side and take out these things, these big honey strips there. But I do know from experience, if you have protection blocks and you use them to take those things out, they eat 400 protection blocks just to get through the stage, just to eat those things. So be cautious, because if you didn't use 400 protection blocks, there's no way you're going to be able to chew your way through those things. And I think I'm about out of protection blocks now, so I'm just going to try to conserve as much as I can by weaving between these things. And it looks like this is going to be pretty successful. There, I just lost one of my back wheels, but that's okay. The counterweight can help you drive, even if you do lose a wheel or two. Oh goodness gracious, I almost landed on a spike. Alright, we got 3 wheels left. Made it to the treasure on the first run. That's pretty darn awesome. Success! Now in the arcade stage, you can come over here and play this game. If I can get up there. Hey, thank you, Lizard. That actually worked out just fine. I was trying to get on top of that. So you can just play this thing. When this little light comes around here, you push this button, it stops it, and if you can accomplish that, then you get a reward. I missed. I'll try it a few more times. Yay! That's better. Although my timing was just a little bit off, I had to kind of readjust there. Cool. Ooh, here's another one. If you're in this Wild West stage thing with these big tumbleweeds, you can go into this little hole here and get you a reward. And maybe I have to actually be off my block. There we go. Alright, 30 neon blocks. That's kind of nice to have, actually. Very cool. So here's one of the secrets here. You shoot this center hut right there, and it blows the door off, and you sneak over here, and you sort of take your stuff off, you go inside there, and you get yourself a plushie. Yay! It is right on the hour here, and I'm in the clock stage, and there's a panel right here that will open on the hour and stay open for 5 minutes. It opens every hour on the hour. And if you happen to be in the clock stage at that time, then you can open this thing up and you can go down into the river. Underneath the river, there's the door. It just opened up, and you can see the time here on the clock. The hands are this top hands up there at noon, and it'll be open for 5 minutes. So you have 5 minutes after every hour in real time to come over here and click this switch. When you do click it, this happens. It dries up and it opens, and you can go down inside there. It's a little bit of lag. I'm guessing somebody just loaded. Boy, are they going to be surprised when they come in there and fall down a hole. Alright, I'm just going to go ahead and click this off. If I floated down inside there, you can float back up if you can make it out in time. It only stays open for, I don't know, maybe 1 minute or something. And you just walk over here and you grab this little plushie. And there you go. Now he becomes yours. Easy. Next! Ooh, the washing machine stage. I lost my hair. I ran into the B stage by accident. I was so excited. You push this button right here to play the game, and it just throws you into this little game area. And then you just avoid the blocks that are falling from this dude up above. I guess that was it. He turned purple and threw out one little last thing, and hey, the treasure chest. I get a reward. Oh my gosh, it just smashed me off the game. Okay, don't stand below the treasure chest. 2 gold harpoons. Interesting. Darn near useless for most everything, but good to have, I suppose. Alright, I guess I'm going to reset. I can't even see myself. Alright, so I'm here in the castle wall stage, and I'm going to shoot this door right there with a cannon, and that blows the door off, lets me in here. I've equipped myself with a spiky block, and of course I've got the cannon. I'm going to see if I can keep hold of these things for a little while. Now I've got a sword because I entered this area, and you're going to have a whole bunch of noobs come out here and try to kill you. I'm going to see what happens when I hit them with the spiky blocks. Probably nothing. Oh, no, it actually does knock them over. Cool. I'm presuming that's actually killing them. Awesome. That looks really good. So, yeah, this thing operates the same way as a regular noob boat does. Just use one spiky block, and then you put a little piece of plastic or something on there to help your hinge stick on there. You're good to go. Whoa! Uh-oh. No, oh no, recover! Uh-oh. Okay, gonna have to go back there again. I hope the stage doesn't unload. Alright, I just got back in the stage. I discovered something I didn't know before. This version of this noob boat actually does require that the cannon be on there. Without the cannon, she don't work. You can't get your feet off the ground, so gotta have the cannon. Come on. Yeah. Alright, so at some point you will successfully kill all of the noobs. I think I'm there, unless there's somebody hiding. I can just get off of here and go touch this treasure chest, and bam, I get a reward. I get a big sword, and the bow and arrow that we used, and the staff that the magician guys used in here. That actually worked pretty well. Spiky block. Who knew? Okay. So if you're in the trench stage, and you can get up here to this on the left side, so this is the treasures down that way. You can go in here, and you go into this little room. I guess it becomes a bigger room. See how it is from the outside. And you're going to want to go over here to this little machine sort of thing, and I think you... Oh, I see. So you put these things together, so it's like white, white, blue, or blue, blue, white, and it gives you a potion, and that's the potion that you want to use to throw at the eye. Oh, okay, there's the eye, so you throw that potion up there, it opens the gate, and you go in. And that's how you get your treasure. Awesome. And you get some of those potions. You can do some neat stuff with those things. Cool. I will say that the trench stage is probably the most difficult to find. I think I found the Crystal Cave stage 2 times while looking for the trench stage once. I kept joining server after server after server, and you can see by my gold amount, I ran out of the treasure a whole bunch of times in a whole bunch of different servers just to try to get to this trench stage. So the combination there, white, white, blue, or blue, blue, white, and you just click, each time you click one of these things, it puts one of those in there, and it gives you a potion after you get 3 of them loaded. So you have to take the potion first before you can try another one. But if you just do the combination right the first time, unlike I did, then you'll be good. That was it for that one. Okay, I think there's only one more to do here. Right over here, behind this waterfall, is the room, the Plushie Room. Calling it the Plushie Room because it's where you can get the Thrill Plushie. And you gotta go to the books here, and you go gold, and then red, and then pink, and then blue, and then green. And this door opens up, and then you just run up here and you touch him, and you got him. Alright, I've been editing videos for a while. There's a whole bunch of little ones to put together for this one, so I've been letting the AFK Grinder sit here and run. I've got 19,000 gold from that. More than enough to purchase the tools that I need to buy, so here we go. There's the binding tool. That helps you attach your seat to any other thing. Wheels, thrusters, jets, whatever. The Trowel tool is amazing. It's the last tool that's been added to the game, and it's well worth getting. I know it's expensive, but once you get it, you'll understand why it is. It allows you to move things and rotate things after they're placed. You can clone things. It's just a great tool to have. So now it's time to take out the dragon. To accomplish that, I've built this. I built it right up here on top of this little corner piece, and that way when I launch and the river flows out in this direction, it doesn't take all my guns and stuff with it. So I've saved this. It is nothing more than 7 miniguns, which you can purchase from right here in the shop, and those are well worth it if you need to kill a dragon. And I've put a little cover over the top of it to buy me a few more seconds. So I need to clear this and then start the dragon quest, and then load the thing I just built. Okay, hop in my seat. Now I'm going to fire each one of these miniguns one at a time in series, so that when I launch the quest, I have one of these guns ready at all times, so that I can just keep shooting at him over and over again. So I'm just firing these things off, and I'm just kind of giving it a second between each one of them perhaps. And now as soon as this first one goes green, I'm ready to go. I'll launch the quest, and we'll hope to see the dragon show up here, and then I'll kill him, hopefully. Okay, it just went green, launching, and where's the dragon? I see his fire. There he is. I got him. Oh, I got him already. He was off in the distance. I didn't get to see him fly out here. Ah! Ha! He got me! There's his body parts flying all over the place. So, I clearly got him, and I got my reward for it. So that's awesome. And that's mission accomplished for the remainder of the quests. I'm going to clear that and say thank you guys for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Check out the rest of my stuff on Mick Plays Roblox. Check out my old stuff on Hero Plays Roblox. And subscribe, like the video. Have a great day. Bye.